TV Radio National Station. It is 6:30 a.m.
Good morning. The news. I'm Joe Tiemuncho Nchusheka in Yaoundé. First, the headlines. The visiting Vatican Secretary of State has exhorted Cameroonians to join in the effort to bring lasting solutions to the ongoing socio-political crisis rocking the country. Out of Cameroon, militant Islamic in Somalia have been involved in a gun battle with security forces at a hotel in the capital, Mogadishu, with 3 people reported dead. And in sport, football, the battle line has been drawn for the semi-finals of the ongoing Total Chan competition, with Cameroon to face Morocco plus Mali, Guinea. Those were the headlines, and now the news in full. The Archbishop of the Bamenda Archdiocese, His Grace Andrew Nkia, has been empowered by the pallium from the Vatican. The symbol of authority was given to him by the Vatican Secretary of State, His Eminence Pietro Cardinal Parolin, during a heavily attended Mass at the Mancon Metropolitan Cathedral in Bamenda. President Paul Biya was represented during the ceremony by the Minister of State, Secretary General at the Presidency of the Republic, Ferdinand Gongo. Speaking during the ceremony, the Vatican Secretary of State urged Cameroonians to join in the effort to bring back lasting solutions to the ongoing socio-political crisis, especially in the northwest and southwest regions of the country. We have details with Eric Langmia Wufo from Bamenda.
Pietro Cardinal Parolin said the Vatican is aware of the ongoing socio-political crisis in the northwest and southwest regions and says only dialogue can be the only way forward.
That finally arms may be put down and the peace and reconciliation may reign within us and around us. Violence never solves problems. It only creates more problems. Peace is a journey of hope, dialogue and reconciliation. Dialogue, therefore, is the best way to solve conflicts and misunderstanding.
The Archbishop Emeritus of Bamenda, Cornelius Fontaine Eswa, has described the message of Pietro Cardinal Parolin as one to be taken with seriousness.
There should be justice, there should be truth, they should still look at the problems concretely, give solutions that are lasting.
The Vatican Secretary of State, Pietro Cardinal Parolin, has appealed to Christians to be transformed by the Holy Spirit and to remain vigilant in order to discern evil. Eric Langmia Wufo, CRTV News, Bamenda.
This morning, His Eminence Pietro Cardinal Parolin will be delivering a public lecture on the diplomacy of the Holy See or the Vatican on the campus of the Catholic University of Central Africa in Yaoundé. The envoy of Pope Francis will leave Cameroon tomorrow for the Vatican. Activities of the Youth Week to culminate in the 55th celebration of the Youth Day in Cameroon will be launched today in Maroua. The ceremony will be presided over by the Minister of Youth Affairs and Civic Education, Mununa Futsu. Activities of the 55th Youth Week are pegged on the theme Youth, Resilience, Challenges and Opportunities in the Wake of COVID-19. Members of the Parliamentary Road Safety Network have visited the survivors of the Sancho Road accident with messages of goodwill to the bereaved families and the survivors. The Speaker of the National Assembly dispatched the lawmakers to the scene of the tragedy for fact-finding. More precisions with Jetembok.
Given the magnitude of the Nchang accident, they couldn't have been indifferent, reasons why the President of the National Assembly deemed it morally correct to dispatch members of the Parliamentary Road Safety Network to visit the site of the macabre accident so that they can lay a wreath in honor of the deceased. Honorable Donald Malombe Sembe is the coordinator of the members of the Parliamentary Road Safety.
It was with very deep shock that we parliamentarians received the terrible news of the death of over 50 Cameroonians. The Speaker of the National Assembly, the Right Honorable Kavayege Jibril, commissioned us members, Parliamentary Network for Road Safety, to come here today and pay homage to our brothers and sisters who are gone, and as well to transmit a message to the survivors, to tell them that we share in their pain.
Accidents like these, where lives are reduced to near ashes, are uncommon.
This accident is a call on all of us Cameroonians to adopt safe behaviors on the roads so that this circle of recklessness, which has occasioned so many deaths, will stop. It's also a call on us, the stakeholders, government, parliament, civil society, to continue working together to improve on road safety in our country and also on the road transport network.
For the survivors, the Parliamentary Road Safety Network wished them a speedy recovery, hoping that such an accident doesn't repeat itself. Che Tembuk, CLTV News, Chang.
Out of Cameroon, militant Islamists in Somalia have been involved in a gun battle with security forces at a hotel in the capital, Mogadishu. Al-Shabaab said it was behind the attack at the Afrique Hotel, which began with a car bomb. 3 people reportedly lost their lives. The group, which is linked to Al-Qaeda, regularly carries out attacks against the government. More than 5,000 demonstrators have been arrested and detained in nearly 90 cities across Russia. The demonstrators are pressing for the release of Mr. Alexei Navalny, jailed on his return to Russia after recovering from an attempt to kill him with a nerve agent. The vociferous critic of President Putin was arrested nearly 2 weeks ago upon his return from Germany, where he recovered from an alleged poisoning. Kremlin has so far denied the claim. In sport, football, the coach of the Intermediate Lions of Cameroon, Martin Tungumpile, is upbeat after watching the 3-1 drowning of Zambia by reigning champions Morocco. In the following excerpt of his conversation with David Mbwa Evele-Cool and Ayuk Jonashu, Mr. Tungumpile begins by revisiting the Cameroon-DR Congo semi-final qualifier.
I think that the boys, they wanted to play and they wanted to win the game against RDC. And during the preparation, we have talked a lot with the boys. We have talked a lot with all the players so that before the game against RDC, all people, they were mentally, they were ready to play. And I think that during this game, it was very nice for the boys to play and to win the game.
Now, Coach, you know your opponents are the semi-finals. How are you looking forward to that game?
We are going to set up a program from tomorrow in order to face this team of Morocco, and we are going to focus probably in the defensive phase, and we are going to put in place some strategy in order to win the game against Morocco.
What is the message that you have for the public out there in Limbe that will be welcoming you?
I want the public to come and to support the team of Cameroon, because this team has a great heart, and I hope that the public will work with the team.
The President of the Republic, Paul Biya, has congratulated the Intermediate Lions on their qualification for the semi-final tickets. Ahead of the Morocco-Cameroon encounter, our reporter David Mbwa Evele-Cool cornered the Moroccan coach Lucien Amuta, who made the following pre-match statement.
First of all, we have played a very good competitive team that has 1,000 of international matches sharing these 11 players between them. We have come here to learn a lesson, and we have learned very hard way. You cannot, against very good team like team of Morocco is, give them advantage of first 10 minutes where we have not been there, advantage of through ball, and we were working on that and knowing that through balls are one of the most dangerous aspects of their game. You are giving away a second goal from the set piece, and you are giving the player a red card. What else, as a coach, worse you could expect? After that, you are going just to minimize the damage, resettling the team in 3-4-2 formation in second half, and it is not easy with playerless against technically sound and very competitive players of Morocco to play 11-11, let alone 11-10. It has been game of 2 halves. In first half we lost 3-0, in second half we 1-0, and I'm happy that we gave everything, but unfortunately our the best under circumstances was not enough to get us better result than this. This is reality.
Before we go, a recall of our top stories. The visiting Vatican Secretary of State has exhorted Cameroonians to join in the effort to bring lasting solutions to the ongoing socio-political crisis rocking the country. Out of Cameroon, militant Islamists in Somalia have been involved in a gun battle with security forces at a hotel in the capital, Mogadishu. 3 people are reported dead. In sport, CHAN 2020, the battle line has been drawn for the semi-finals of the ongoing Total CHAN competition, with Cameroon to face Morocco plus Mali against Guinea. Meanwhile, the President of the Republic, Paul Biya, has congratulated the Intermediate Lions on their qualification for the semi-final games. The latest edition of the news on the CRTV. I'm Joe Tiemuncho Nchusheka in Yaoundé. Good day.
Merci Joe Tiemuncho.